After years of waiting for it, it's finally happening May 2nd, the super fight. Floyd Money Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao. We've been waiting for it for years. It's finally happening. And why is it now finally happening? Well, that's very simple. It's because the sport of boxing is stupid. So let me get this straight. This fight that we've been waiting for years to happen is finally going to happen, and I'm supposed to be all excited about this. Well, excuse the fuck out of me, but that's just not the case. Why? Because the sport of boxing is stupid. Now let me get this straight. You have this mega fight served up to you on a silver platter. The two best pound-for-pound fighters of their generation in Floyd Money Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, and you can't figure out how to make it happen sooner. Instead of doing it in 2010 or 2011, where everything clearly pointed to and indicated that it had to happen then, the dumb dicks running boxing exhibited their skills for their special kind of stupid by waiting until 2015 to finally make this fight a reality. Instead of sitting there and giving us the two best pound-for-pound fighters of their generation in a fight in the peak of their powers, at the height of their athletic careers, you're giving us a 38-year-old Floyd Money Mayweather who seems just as content with coasting to unanimous decision victories as he is with knocking the shit out of women, taking on a 36-year-old Manny Pacquiao whose biggest and most impressive fights now come against the Philippines and United States taxman, a guy who has lost his aura of invincibility, losing 2 of his last 5 fights. You wait until now to do it, where instead of getting a 2 or 3 fight series out of this and really making some money and really doing something good for the sport of boxing and the sporting world in general, you wait until these two guys, these best pound-for-pound fighters, are clearly on the downside of their careers with a limited shelf life left for their careers in general, so that way we could get a one-off that is ultimately going to leave everybody disappointing and wishing they would have gotten so much more than what they actually did. It takes a special kind of stupid to pull that off. Well, that's exactly what the sport of boxing is. The people running it, they are a special kind of stupid. So what else makes the sport of boxing so damn stupid besides just waiting way too damn long to make this mega fight finally happen? Well, let's look at this simple fact. At every weight class, there are 5 world championships. The WBA, the WBC, the IBF, the WBO, and then the Ring Magazine. 5 different world champions for each weight class. You ask somebody who's the world champion at a specific weight class, nobody knows and nobody fucking cares because basically everybody can fucking be a world champion nowadays. This is how stupid the sport of boxing is. Floyd Money Mayweather is undefeated during his 2 decades-long career, yet he only has 3 of the 5 world titles at the super welterweight level. He only has 3 of the 5 world titles at the welterweight level. A guy who has never lost is not even the unanimous undisputed world champion. If that doesn't tell you how fucking stupid boxing is, I don't know what the hell does. Who in their right minds thinks that this is a good idea? Who in their right minds involved with the sport of boxing think this is anything other than a complete and total unmitigated disaster? Is there any potential correlation between the increase in the number of world championships and the decrease in interest level in your fucking product and in your fucking sport? Ding dong, dumb dicks. 1 belt, 1 title per 1 weight class. 5 world champions per each weight class? How stupid and ridiculous is that? Manny Pacquiao has lost 5 fights in his career, including 2 of his last 5, and he's a WBO welterweight super champion, meaning that's completely undisputed. How the hell is he a super champion of any fucking thing? And how is Floyd Money Mayweather, an undefeated fighter for almost 2 decades now, not a unanimous world champion in multiple weight classes? Why? I'll tell you why. It's very simple. It's because the sport of boxing is stupid and run by incompetent nincompoop morons. Oh, but wait, there's more. Just how stupid is boxing? Let's look at this fight itself. They waited way too damn long to do it, but give the idiots credit. They at least finally made it happen. But you've got this mega fight, the biggest fight in years. People have been waiting years for this. The 2 best pound-for-pound fighters of their generation. And instead of having the fight take place in a major media market like New York or LA or Chicago or other top 10 population cities like Houston, Phoenix, or Dallas, where you could sit there and hold your mega fight in a huge fucking stadium that could hold 80, 90, or 100,000 plus people like MetLife in New York, or Soldier Field, or Reliance Stadium in Houston, or the University of Phoenix Stadium in Glendale, or AT&T Stadium, the shrine to Jerry Jones's freaking ego, the Cowboy Stadium. You're going to hold the event, the fight, in Las Vegas, a city that ranks like 30th in population in this country, at a fucking casino. The MGM Grand, a venue that holds 16,800 people. This is supposed to be the biggest fucking fight you've had in years. This is supposed to be your record setter. This is supposed to be what captivates the sporting world. This is supposed to be your monster fight for this generation and perhaps many to come. And instead of having it in a major media market like New York or LA or Chicago, like any promoters with a fucking brain would do, or deciding, hey, you know, this is a captivating fight that people have been waiting years for. Let's hold it in a stadium where we can sell 100,000 fucking tickets. They do it in Vegas at the fucking MGM Grand Casino. What type of stupid thinks that this is a good idea? Ding dong, dumb dicks. This is supposed to be a monster fight. The whole purpose of this is to draw as much money as you possibly fucking can. And restraining yourself and confining yourself to a venue that holds less than 17,000 people when you could have sold 6 to 7 times that damn many tickets for other venues shows just how fucking ridiculous you are. And if you were going to sit there and say, well, we don't want to hold it in the stadium because of the viewing experience for the people going there, then at least have it somewhere like Madison Square Garden or the Staples Center or the United Center. At least have it be in one of these major media markets. You can't even get that right. You're having your mega fight at a fucking casino that can't even hold 17,000 people. You're going to sit there and say, well, look at the ticket prices we could charge. Well, look at the ticket prices you could charge and draw 5 or 6 times the amount of audience. You fucking idiots. If that doesn't show you how stupid the sport of boxing is, the fact that they have 5 different world champions for each weight class, the fact that instead of giving us this dream fight 4 or 5 years ago when the fuck it should have happened, they give it to us now with 2 fighters that are on the downside of their careers, where instead of being able to get 2 or 3 fights out of this and really drawing some damn money and really helping grow the sport of boxing and revitalizing it and rejuvenating it, they give us a one-off that is ultimately going to disappoint. You've got this big mega fight, and you're going to constrain the number of people that can watch it. Instead of trying to do this on some type of cable channel, regular cable channel, or free over-the-air TV, where, yes, you would lose a lot in terms of the pay-per-view price, but you would gain so much more in terms of overall exposure for your sport. You're going to hold it on pay-per-view where you know goddamn good and well they're going to charge at least $100 to watch this shit. So it's your biggest fight in God knows how many years for a sport that so desperately needs mainstream attention, and you're going to constrain yourself to the percentage of people that can actually fucking watch it. Instead of taking this mega fight that we've been waiting for years and promoting it for 6 months or 9 months or even a freaking year and really building up the interest level to a fever pitch, only boxing can figure out a way to screw the fucking pooch on this one by allowing Floyd Money Mayweather to dictate all the fucking terms and give us less than 90 days to get ready for this shit. And you're holding it in a venue that shuts out the common man and holds under 20,000 people. You have the mega fight. This would be like the freaking Super Bowl being held inside of, let's say, the old Allstate Arena in Rosemont, Illinois. How fucking stupid is that? It takes a special kind of stupid to be this kind of stupid. And that's exactly what the sport of boxing is. Am I excited for Floyd Money Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao on May 2nd, 2015? Fuck no, I'm not. Because all it does to me is represent the stupidity of the sport of professional boxing and represent to me what has ruined this sport for me, this sport that I once loved so much. How could I get invested in this? How could I get excited about this knowing that these idiots can't get any fucking thing right? The fantasy fight, the dream matchup, and you can't even get this shit right. Only boxing could be this fucking stupid.